Okay. Um, let's see. Okay.
The only other place left is the governor's office, and they don't care one way or another, so they really no sense in calling them.
Stress it up. Okay. 1 second. I'm almost live. Okay. So start screen share. That's not it. Okay. So when did he get shipped to Jackson?
It was a week before he had to go to court, which was on March the 4th. They shipped him to Jackson.
Okay, because he had already received his time.
Yeah, and then they brought him back for court for a sentencing reduction here, and then they took him back a week later
Okay.
to Jackson. And he would have been in Jackson April the 1st, 6 weeks.
Okay. Now, for when he initially got there, do you know if he had any issues or anything?
Are we on YouTube or is it just us?
I can make it where it's just us. But right now, it's YouTube.
There was no issues when he got there. No, there was none.
Okay. All right. So he didn't have any issues when he got there. And when did you? When were you aware that something wasn't right?
I just thought it was weird because I haven't heard anything yesterday at all, and I had a weird feeling all day, and then I started getting anonymous tips from different folks that was locked up, them that he had been 5 inmates had jumped him, and when they took him out of his cell, he wasn't breathing, and they thought that I should know.
Did they say why he had got jumped by these inmates?
No, they didn't tell me why.
Hmm. All right. And so how do you get information that says that he's unresponsive?
Inmate, inmate that was in the same cell with my son called his wife, told his wife, gave her my number, and she called me to let me know because she said she didn't even know how to tell me without breaking down to tell her mom that her child was unresponsive.
Was there and I know that this is a very trying time for you, but I want to try to get the information out to as many people as possible. Um, but was there a particular gang involved in reference to the people who jumped on him?
I have no clue what went wrong. No,
Mm,
I couldn't tell you why. I just know that every time I call the Georgia Department of Corrections, they put me on hold and act like they're trying to get me through to Jackson. And then they call back and say that we'll send an email. Well, then somebody sent me the number to Beverly Crawford's office, so I called her, but her voicemail's full. I've got 3 attorneys that's trying to find out answers. I found the coroner's office. They won't even tell me if he's there or not, just so that they'd have to get back with me. Nobody won't tell me nothing.
mm, 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 mm.
I made all the phone calls to all the people I know to call. I don't know nobody else to call.
Well, hopefully somebody will see this and we'll get some action going. So just so people get a better glimpse as to who your son is, who Corey is. I mean Cody. I'm sorry, who Cody is. Um, Tell me one of your most vivid memories of him, not in prison, but free.
When we
Oh, by TLC.
Yeah, and because I was always like telling him to stay out of trouble.
Mm. Now I spoke to him. I spoke to him at least 2 or 3 times, and uh, I knew who he was, and some time ago. But he and I had a very decent conversation. Very decent conversation. He had some concerns about things, but he seemed like a pretty level-headed guy. Uh,
He's very smart, very intelligent.
yeah. Do 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 we think that drugs were involved at all, or was this a past situation, or are we just totally clueless about this?
I know there wasn't no drugs involved because he'd been off drugs for a while, so there wasn't no drugs involved. Uh, I'm just kind of clueless at this point.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. Now I heard you say somebody's name. Who's the lady that you're saying? Who is she?
She didn't give me her name because she don't want her husband involved.
No, 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 no. I mean the
Beverly Cross.
yeah. Who is it?
She's the head honcho over the Department of Corrections.
Okay. So I am pulling up Jackson right now. I'm gonna see if they'll give me a response.
The Georgia Department of Corrections and State Board of Pardons and Paroles call center. Please note your call may be monitored or recorded for quality purposes. Thank you for holding. An agent will be with you shortly to assist with any questions. Please also know that you can visit us online at gdc.gov. Thank you for your patience.
So I'm almost certain that you had to sit through this morning.
Yes, I sat through it.
How?
10 times this morning. The last time I was on foot for 35 minutes
Without talking to anybody?
without talking to anybody.
Okay, I'm gonna silence the phone, but I'm gonna have it right here and see if I can get somebody to pick the phone up. And if you text me that other number, we'll call. We'll have a series of people calling just to see if it matters if a bunch of people call. You know what I mean? In fact, I want to put the number up on the page so we can get everybody that is paying attention to call Jackson State Prison and ask what's going on with Cody Henderson. Maybe we can get a response. What I have going on is I have it for the people just chiming in. I'm on the phone with the mother of Cody Henderson. I have had.
An agent will be with you shortly to assist with any questions.
Okay. I've had
Also
several.
know that you can visit us online at
I've had several conversations with Cody. His mother is saying that she got a call that he was unresponsive. He got jumped by 5 other inmates. And so we don't know what's going on. We don't have any answers. Let me see if they have altered his status on the website. GDC inmate.
Do you need his GDC number?
Ma'am?
Do you need GDC number?
Oh no, I'm in the let's see. I'm gonna search. Yeah. Let me see. Let me get to the page first. I'm gonna just try his name first.
I have it.
Okay, bam, and then let's see if this will work. Okay, so the good thing is this. The good thing is this, that he is still on the website. He's on the website. So, and I'm just gonna have a real conversation with you. From my experience, if he wasn't alive, he wouldn't be on the website. Because the first thing they do is take him off the website. So, but what I see, and I'm not there. I'm just telling you that whenever I see that somebody has been harmed or stabbed in the Georgia Department of Corrections, the first thing I do is I go to the GDC inmate lookup. And if that person ends up unalived or dead, they're not on the website, and I'm looking at your son on the website. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. I'm still on hold. I'm still on hold with Jackson State Prison. I wonder if there's another number, a more effective number, because
No, that's it.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
That's the only number. That's the Georgia Department of Corrections number. That's the only number for Jackson. If you want to talk to anybody at Jackson, you have to go through them.
That's a weird place to be. Does Cody have children?
Yes.
Okay. Have they been notified, or are you just keeping everything under wraps until you can figure out what the hell is going on?
Me and his oldest mom are real close, and I did call her because we're like friends besides, like she's like one of my best friends, and I did call and talk to her.
Okay.
Because I'm 60 years old, and I live in Florida, and I have AFib, lupus, surgeons, congestive heart failure.
Oh my God.
And I just live with my dog, and I didn't have nobody to talk to.
Hopefully we'll get somebody that's gonna pick up soon. This is crazy. This is it's an ongoing process. I mean, not process, but it's an ongoing.
And if you call the hospital, because I was just calling the hospital, they couldn't tell me because he's a ward of the state, but I'm on all of his paperwork, every bit of it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the Georgia Department of Corrections, what they'll try to do is they'll try to get their story together before anything takes place. I'm still on hold with Jackson. This is I didn't realize that their prison is so busy.
Honey, one time I called and stayed on there on hold for an hour. It wasn't today. It was about a different thing a long time ago.
Who's the warden over Jackson State Prison?
Dahina White, something like that. Dahina White, something to that effect. I know their last name is White. I don't know how to pronounce their first name.
This is wild. You can't even get through. Let me see. All right, so I'm getting Jacob Beasley. Jacob Beasley.
I never even heard of him.
Yeah, he used to be the warden over at Smith, if I'm not mistaken. So it says Jacob Beasley has been assigned as the warden. Hold on a second.
Any questions? Please also know that you can visit us online at gdc.gov. Thank you for your patience.
All right, so it says Jacob Beasley has been assigned as the warden at the Georgia Diagnostic Classification State Prison.
I don't know, Cody told me it was White.
July 16th, 2025. That's different. Hey, so this is what I'm gonna do so I don't hold you up. I'm gonna stay on hold. I'm gonna see how long it takes for them to tell us something, and then we'll get back together. Cause I want to try to call some people, but I can't call them while I'm on live. just to see
Okay.
what we can get done.
I want to give you his GDC number so you'll have it.
Okay.
It's 113
113
5797.
5797.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Know that my phone is on. You can call me anytime. I'm here. I don't know how much help I can be, but I whatever I got, I'll give it to you.
All right. Have a blessed day.
Do the same. Talk to you in a little bit. All right, man. So that's what's going on. I'm still on the hold with Jackson State Prison. What we have is Cody Henderson. Apparently there's a possible beef with somebody at Jackson State Prison, but the last this mother heard of her son was unresponsive. She hopped in my DMs and asked if I could help. I don't know what help I can offer other than going on live and trying to get other people to see what's going on with Cody Henderson. His GDC number is 1135797. And if you could, I guess, call Jackson State Prison and see what's going on with him. But he is still on the website, and for the most part, I'm not sure. I don't know what the procedure is, but a lot of times I deal and have dealt with a number of people who have been unalive in the Georgia Department of Corrections, and one of the for sure signs that he is no longer alive is that his picture will stop appearing on their website. So,
Department of Correction. This is Tremaine speaking. May I have the offender's GDC ID, please?
1135797.
Okay, and may I have your name, please, sir?
Danon Butler.
My apologies, sir. Your last name was
Butler, Butler.
Okay, if you can hear me, sir, it sounds like we have bad connection there. I don't know if you can hear me pretty good.
Danon Butler, Dainhen, last name Butler, Butler.
All right, thank you, Mr. Butler. And we do have Mr. Cody Henderson here. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, and your relation to Mr. Henderson?
I'm with the media.
Okay. And the nature of today's call, sir?
We received a phone call from his mother, and she was frantic because she said that she hasn't heard from him, and she also reports that he was jumped by 5 individuals and said that he was unresponsive. So we're just simply trying to get an answer to the public so that she can be at ease or know that he's still alive. But she says right now she doesn't know anything.
Okay. All right, so if she wants to call in, she's more than welcome to do that.
She has. She said she's called 5 times this morning. It sounds like you're not about to give me no information.
Did you want some information regarding the inmate?
If you could provide it, and I don't want to be rude or anything, brother. I know you're just doing your job. But yeah, any information that you could provide would be a blessing.
With her protocol, where she calls in, she makes the inquiry with the facility. If she's not able to make contact with them, then she will want to reach out and file agreements with the ombudsman. If she still is not able to find a resolve after that, then she will want to reach out to the regional director and just move up the chain of command until she finds a resolve for that situation. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so she spoke to, this is her right here. She says she spoke to somebody and they gave her an email. So, ma'am, I've got Jackson State Prison on the phone.
Yes, I'd like to know the condition of my son, Cody Ryan Henderson.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, did you hear?
No, unfortunately, I hear her talking, but I don't understand what she's with.
Okay, she's gonna say, I'm sorry. Say it again, please.
I'd like to know the condition of Cody Henderson. This is Rita Gribble. I'm his mom. I'm on all his paperwork, sir.
My apologies, sir. I hear her speaking, but it's very difficult to understand what she's saying. What is she saying?
She's saying that she is his mother and that she's on all of his paperwork, and she'd like to know what's going on with her son.
Okay.
And where he's at.
And she said she'd like to know where he's at.
Okay, so from what I see here, he is assigned to Georgia Diagnostic Class Prison. Let's see here, because I don't have his institutional file in front of me. So if I can place you all on a brief hold, let's see if we can get you transferred over to the counseling department.
So you're gonna transfer me over to somebody? So here's my fear, and I know you got a protocol. My fear is that we're gonna get put on hold again, and then when you put me on hold, I'm not gonna talk to another human being. Here's my situation is I just want her to be at peace. I just want her to know where her son is. And I want to know
if my son's alive or dead, sir.
That's what we're dealing with. So please don't send me to a counselor that's not gonna pick the phone up. We just want to know what's going on. That's all.
Okay, so I can follow the protocol and reach out to a counselor. If they're in the office, we can get an answer. If they're not, then of course we can leave a message. If there still is no resolve, does she have the information for the ombudsman to file a grievance?
You want her to file a grievance and find out if her son is alive and he's at the institution where he's at?
I'm asking, does she have the information to file a grievance?
We have all the information. The number you're about to transfer us over to, we've been transferred to this number twice today, bro.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. In that case, then we want to file a grievance. If they're not answering after your inquiry, we want to file a grievance so you can get reported.
You sound like a human. You sound like a human. I have to assume that if you're a human, you got relatives.
Can you tell me that if my son's alive or dead, he won't speak
Does she have that information for the ombudsman?
Bro, we're just trying to find out if her son is still alive. That's all we're trying to do. Please don't go monotone on us and treat us like it's a computer. We just want to just make sure he's alive, or just know if he's alive.
No, sir.
So I don't have the information.
I know, but you got access to it. I need for you to dive into your humanistic. I need for you to be a human. I need for you to be a human. I need for you to be a human, brother. I need for you to be a human for 3 minutes, bro. I need for you to be a human for 3 minutes and understand that a mother's love.
A woman with a congestive heart failure.
It's just a mother just trying to see if her son is still alive.
I understand your concern, but the procedure where I cannot provide them, you would have to reach out to the ombudsman.
Okay. What's your name, brother?
Do you have the information for the ombudsman?
We've been given this information twice today that I know of. It's like a circle, and then we
reached out to the ombudsman.
We have reached out to every number, and now we just retracking because we don't know what to do. We have no idea what to do. The information that the protocols calls for you to give us, it's like a never-ending circle. I'm dizzy at this point. We just need help. We've done everything that we've been told to do.
Tell them I've even called the coroner's office and they won't verify they have him.
Correct, sir. She has reached out to him.
Did she get an opportunity to speak with someone? Did she leave a message, or what happened?
Can you hear him, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I want to do, because I want to try to get as much as we can out of everybody that we talk to. So I apologize, because she is a mother who she has talked to him, and they hadn't told her anything.
Tell them I've called the coroner's office and they won't even tell me if they have him or not.
To help find a resolve, because that's what they do, sir. So if they have to reach out, and then they will make contact with her again, and she would have to.
They make contact the first
I
time.
understand your concern, but that's the protocol in place.
All right. For the sake of time, I understand what you're saying. And protocol is the word for the day. Protocol is the word for the day. Don't forget that you're human, brother. I know you got a job to do, but don't forget that you're human, bro. So
I thought if it was his child, he wanted to know if he was let dead or alive or her.
because I understand you got a job to do. I'm not gonna take up a whole lot of your time. I guess we'll just keep running around in this circle, man. But if humans treat humans like humans, I think we'll be in a different place. But hey, man, follow the protocol, brother. I hope something good happened to you today. Have a
Yes,
blessed
sir.
one.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your patience as
No,
well.
no, no.
And thank you for calling. Have a great day.
I thank you. Okay, I'm off the phone with this dude.
See?
Yeah, it's some bullshit. Yeah, this some bullshit. So now what I got to try to do, I got to try to make some phone calls and see if I can get one of my partners or somebody that's at Jackson State Prison. Cause calling these phone numbers, we're not gonna find out what's. They're not gonna tell us nothing. They got a protocol to follow, and apparently they're gonna follow that protocol.
Exactly. And the coroner office is right there with them doing it.
Oh, you've called the coroner's office as well.
Yes.
Mm, mm. Okay.
I called everybody.
Let me try to put some work in, and then I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back. But I'm trying. No problem, ma'am. And I apologize.
Really?
Bro. Hey, man. Boy, it's some hard. Hey, here's the reality of the situation, man. Hey, man, stay out of prison, bro. Stay out of prison. I hope to God my mama don't never have to be in no situation like this, bro. She just trying to find her son. She does not know if he is dead or alive. She has no idea. The last that she heard, he was unresponsive and he had just got into it with 5 people. They won't tell her if he is dead or alive, bro. If you got children, imagine if you had a child and you was trying to cause for where they were supposed to be keeping this person, and you can't find out if they dead or alive. That shit is wild. Oh, damn, bro, they don't really care. And I know some people they're gonna say, "Well, stay out of prison." Uh, I don't know how that saying goes, but I think some of us got to get hit with a rock or something like that, or a stone, or I don't know how to make it rhyme or nothing like that. What I do know, what I do know is that if humans treated humans like humans, we'd be in a different place. In the Georgia Department of Correction, although it is a place where you're supposed to be punished, you're also supposed to be secured. When you're secured, then that means you can't do nothing to nobody, and can't nobody do nothing to you. I understand he's a bad guy. He's a bad person who went to prison. What I'm telling you is this: is that I too was once considered to be a bad person. Guess why I just left? I just left an alternative school trying to help people stay out of trouble. Yesterday I was in the juvenile trying to help keep people out of trouble. Tonight from 5:30 to 7, I'm gonna be at the courthouse trying to help keep people out of trouble. But if I was not in an environment that was secure, I wouldn't have been able to renew my mind and be an asset to my community. That's the realness of the situation. So what I'm saying is, I'm not here to judge, bro. I'm just here to help. And I know sometimes it takes people who have been in dark places to really shed light on some shit. And that's the God's honest truth. I'm telling you that when I sit in the cell and I was able to really talk to God, man, it helped me be a better person, be a person that I could stand and look in the mirror. Uh, but there was security. There was some type of authoritative figure that would put a foot in your ass if you stepped out of line. And right now, the Georgia Department of Corrections is um, low on staff, overpopulated. So then we have situations like this. For people who are just tuning in, man, I was just on the phone with Cody, the mother of Cody Henderson. His GDC number is 113-5797. She just want to know if he's alive. I stayed on hold with the Georgia Department of Corrections. I spoke to a guy. He didn't give me his name. He was polite, but he was like, he stuck to protocol. Protocol is to run your ass in a circle till you get dizzy and fall out. And I tried to tap into his human part, but bro, he wasn't going for it. He wasn't going for it. So, hey man, I am going to I'm gonna have to make some phone calls, but I ain't gonna be able to do that on live because I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But they sticking tight. What I don't want to see, bro, is that Cody Henderson has passed away. Dang. With that being said, bro, in the Georgia Department of Corrections this year, January, 35 deaths. At this rate, the Georgia Department of Corrections is gonna have more murders in Georgia. There's more people dying in general population that die on death row. These are people who have been sentenced to death. More people are dying in general population than are dying on death row. Uh, I'm gonna say it because I know that some of us, bro, they don't really give a damn. The majority of the people that's in chain gang are people of color, black, white, black, Hispanic, and poor whites. And it looks as if they have written us off. When I say written us off, if we kill each other, there's no sense of urgency. They don't give a fuck. If we kill each other, if they kill each other, if all of them die, it don't seem like they care because nobody's stopping it. And in these United States, because I am aware of the social status, I would think that I'm gonna go ahead and say it because the system is ran by, you know, white people. I would think that if another white person was in there, then they would at least see what's going on. They don't give a fuck. They don't care what color you are. They don't give a damn. Once you cross that line, you in there, bro. My advice is to stay up out of prison, man. I don't like the outfits or the Kool-Aid. And you might not make it out. You might not be alive. That's the bullshit. So, Cody Henderson, man, Jackson State Prison, um, unresponsive, jumped by 5 inmates. They don't know what's going on. I just did a story on Jackson State Prison where somebody just died. We had there was a guy who died at Jackson State Prison. He had just been there a few days. Um, and he died. He died. He got stabbed up at Jackson, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man, or what could be done. Who can you call? Charlie, what the hell, what's up? I'm Jim John. Okay. In the chat, any solutions? What's the solution, bro? How can we be of better assistance? What could possibly be done that could help this mother? The situation is her son is at Jackson State Prison, which is diagnostic in the state of Georgia. And the last she heard, he was unresponsive and had just got jumped by 5 inmates. And her fear is that she thinks that he may be dead and can't get a response from the police. We'll be back, man, with another story. Hopefully, our update would be centered around, well, he is alive, beat up a little bit, but still alive. I can't imagine what this mother is going through. As a father, oh man. As a father, I couldn't even imagine what if I called somewhere and you telling me my child is unresponsive. No, she found out from another inmate that he was unresponsive. The prison has not called her. another inmate called and said he got jumped by 5 individuals. And when you call, y'all see, I just called, and bro, they didn't give me no information, bro. They wouldn't tell me shit. They wouldn't tell her. First, she was like, I can't give you the information. So then I called the mother up. And as frantic as she was, he stuck to the script. I think the moral of the story is, and this is just me just coming out of one school, and then I'm about to go to the courthouse and do a anger management class. My message to the kids, the young adults, don't go to prison, bro. Don't drink the fucking Kool-Aid, man. Because you might not make it up out that bitch. You might not make it up out of it. Diagnostic is the beginning of a bid. For those who don't know, you go to diagnostics before you go to your prison. Diagnostics is where they try to determine if you're going to be a good guy or a bad guy. You know what I mean? They killing people in diagnostic. Humans are dying in diagnostic. That's got to be hell on earth, bro. It's got to be hell on earth. It's got to be. So I'm out. Let me put some work in, man. Quit running my fucking mouth. I'm gonna make some phone calls. But I'll keep y'all posted, man. If you got any solutions, man, let me know, bro. I'm just trying to help this mother out because I got a mama and I want somebody to help my mama out. I don't care if he black, white, Hispanic. I don't care what his charges is. I don't have nothing to do with none of that. I don't want to hear about none of that. It's a human being, bro. It's a human being. Somebody help my little stupid butt. White people, black people, Jewish people, Hispanic people, Asian people, they just helped me because I was human. So, shit, who am I not to help? Sister Martha got hit by the water hose and got damn bit by the dog. Not for her, but so that somebody else could live a better life. So, that's what I'm doing, man. I said I wasn't going to be talking about prison on this page no more. But this is the one with the most followers. So I'm gonna be pushing this story. I'm gonna share this story when you get it. Share it. We're trying to find Cody Henderson. The mother just called me. She got in my DMs. She said, I need help. I don't know what to do. I was like, what you want me to do? Yeah, we need to just let as many people know as possible. So that's all I can do at this time is let as many people know as possible. Hopefully he's not dead. I'm out, man.